And in this video, I'm going to be sharing 9 things men notice during sex that women have no idea about. Hi ladies, Matt Shaffer, your empowerment, connection, and relationship coach. I'm a former attorney who's committed his life to supporting you and having the sort of fun, fulfilling, dynamic connections and relationships with men that you are so worthy of. And I'm super excited about this video. We're going to be diving into 9 sexy, subtle things that men really do notice during sex that are either going to make or break your sex life and the experience of intimacy with the man that you care about. So these things are super powerful, and I will be sharing a bonus tip at the end that is going to bring everything together and make all these tips even more effective. But before we dive into this video, you're definitely going to want to take a second, hit that little subscribe button, and be sure to click that link up at the top of this video and down in the comments, because it is officially the final countdown for my incredible free live love course called Mastery of Connection. This incredible 3-week live experience starts on February 23rd. It is absolutely free, and it is going to help you transform your relationships with men and everyone else in your life from the inside out. We're going to be diving into your belief system, your attachment style, your personality type, and all the ways that you connect to and build relationships with men through over 15 video lessons and over 50 hours of live coaching with me. So if you have questions, if you want to have breakthroughs around your relationships with men, be sure to take a second, sign up for this course. It is a $2,000 value experience that I'm offering to you as a member of my community, absolutely free. So take a second, click that link, and we're going to be starting in under a week on February 23rd. Without further ado, let's dive into the video. Now, the one principle I want you to remember as we go through these 9 things that men notice is that men are actually a lot more present and tuned in during sex than I think women a lot of times give them credit for. We are able to pick up on subtle, nuanced things that women are doing or not doing that are impacting our energy and that are impacting the experience between the two of you. So just know that a lot of these may seem subtle, but they're very important because they're going to influence the way a man feels about himself and the way he feels with you during the physical experience, okay? Now, the first thing men notice is the way your body responds when we touch you. A man can tell the difference between a polite reaction and a real one. So, for example, the way that your hips rise up when he presses his hands down onto them, or the little shudder that you make when he kisses your neck, or just the way that your fingertips kind of curl around his arms when he's, being intimate with you. These little subtle unconscious responses, these really help a man feel more desired. They make a man feel more wanted. They know that you're just not tolerating the way that we are engaging with you. You're actually loving it. So be conscious of this and just give yourself permission to open up and be genuinely and authentically reactive to us, and it is going to turn us on big time. Now, the second thing men notice is super powerful. It's whether you let yourself be watched, whether you allow yourself to fully connect in presence with a man during physical intimacy. Because a man can tell, he can feel it when you look away during sex, or you don't allow yourself to connect with him during intimacy, or when you're about to climax. Like, these are things that men recognize, and it doesn't feel good when a woman feels like she needs to disconnect. But man, when you can sit there and you can maintain eye contact during passionate intimacy, when you're pleasuring him, like whenever you're able to just maintain his gaze or actually invite him to look at you in the depths and the throes of passion, it is going to escalate the experience for him and for both of you to an entirely new level. And it also demonstrates your confidence. When a woman is confident in who she is and how she is showing up in the bedroom, it is super activating to a man, and it's really going to deepen the experience for both of you. So do not be afraid to just allow yourself to connect and be watched and witnessed by him in all of your sexy glory, especially when you're on top. Just a little pro tip there. So I hope that helps. Now, the third thing men notice that is so important is the sounds that you're making. And I do not mean theatrical moaning. A man can tell the difference between the movie picture soundtrack moans that you're doing because you think we want to hear them, and those little involuntary noises that demonstrate that you're truly feeling and experiencing pleasure. So that little gasp that you do at that moment where he touches you just right, or the little moan that comes out when you're in that experience of like absolute ecstasy. These little sounds that you're making that are real and raw and authentic, they're the ones that are going to be super validating that he is doing things right and are going to be an invitation for him to come towards you with even more energy. So don't feel like you have to do some big theatrical production in the sounds you make with a man. Just be real and raw and genuine in the sounds you're making, and it's going to be absolutely perfect for the guy that you're with. Now, this fourth one is a personal favorite of mine that makes a huge difference. It is how you are touching him back. Meaning, are your hands passive? Are you just laying there like a little pillow princess? Or are you actively seeking and searching and exploring his body during intimacy? So do not be afraid to just draw your nails down his back, dig them into his buttocks while you two are rolling around. Like, if you can demonstrate through the way you're touching him that you're hungry for him, that you're desiring him, that you're pulling him towards you, it is the sort of thing where I can tell you from personal experience, it's such a turn on and it makes us feel so desired, and it helps us indicate that you're really present and that you're really into the experience too, which is going to amplify the passion of the whole thing. So do not be a passive pillow princess. Touch him, grab him, claw him, like use your hands as a tool, and you're going to see he's going to absolutely love it. Now, this fifth one is subtle, but it is so powerful, and it's whether you slow him down or you let him rush. Now, I want you to think of yourself as the conductor, right? The conductor of the symphony of love. And when it comes to physical intimacy, the man is the guy down in the orchestra holding his oboe. And he, by nature, he wants to play as fast as he can. He is excited to get to the promised land. He's excited for the fireworks. He wants the symphony to reach its climax, pardon the pun, as quickly as possible, because that's just how men are. But you, as the conductor, right, you get to set the tempo of the intimacy. So you whispering for him to slow down, you letting him know how much you're enjoying how he's touching you right now, and letting him know that you love for him to just move a little slower, move a little faster, just pacing him in the physical intimacy. It's going to build that sexual tension with him. It's going to draw things out. It's going to escalate the polarity between the two of you, and it's going to draw both of you even deeper into the present moment. And I guarantee you, if you do it in a sexy, subtle, inviting way, it is going to really activate him and make him even more passionately engaged with you during intimacy. So don't be afraid to slow a man down. It's not going to irritate or frustrate him. It's actually going to turn him on much more. Now, the sixth one is very specific and also very hot, and it's how you react when we adjust you. So something to think about during intimacy is the more passionate a man gets, the more physical he's going to become, the more he's going to want to take control and move you around, right? He might want to flip you over or pin your hands above your head or do something else physically dominant, right? And so he's going to be really tuned into how you react or respond to that, right? Do you freeze up? Do you resist? Do you get tense and nervous and go into a fear response? Or do you surrender and melt into him and just let him kind of do with you what he desires, right? Because when you can just fully open up and soften into his physicality, it's such a turn on because it demonstrates non-verbally that you trust us, that you are willing to be in that state of openness and surrender. It is so activating and empowering to us, and it allows you and your partner to go into sort of more of a flow state with the sex or the intimacy that the two of you are having. So I invite you, if you can just sort of like lean into his physicality and encourage and invite him to take control through the softness of the way you open up and surrender to him, it is going to drive him wild, and it's really going to intensify the intimacy or sex that the two of you are having. Now, the seventh thing men notice is actually the inverse of what we just talked about, and it is just as sexy, and that's the way you initiate contact. So men often feel like it's up to them all the time to be the initiator and the driver and the escalator of physical intimacy. And while that's great, also, it is so hot when a woman sort of takes that power from us every now and again. So when you want to switch things up and sort of shift the power dynamic between you and your partner, I just invite you to initiate initiate more, right? We notice when you roll us over and you jump on top of us, or you start unbuttoning our shirt, or come up from behind us and just start kissing the back of our neck and chewing on our ear while we're, sitting at our desk doing work or something like that. Like, don't be afraid to initiate and be the activator and the starter of physical intimacy. You doing that is going to really help him feel really desired, and also take the pressure off that it's always got to be him to initiate sex between the two of you. So don't be afraid to be the one to jump in and take charge every now and again. I promise you, he's going to love it. And this next one is really sexy, and it's how you respond when he's losing control. So as a man approaches the pinnacle of the sexual experience with you, he's going to start to lose control, right? He's going to get rougher. He's going to get hungrier. He's going to be more passionate and intense with you. And we can tell how you respond or react to that energy. Do you pull back? Do you sort of shrink away? Are you intimidated by his passion as he approaches climax, right? Or do you meet him in that same level of passion and intensity? Do you draw him deeper into you? Do you whisper something sexy or dirty into his ear about how much you're looking forward to him climaxing? Like, are you going to meet him at that moment of passion and welcome it and embrace it? Or are you going to kind of pull back and get sort of intimidated by it? The more you can lean in and embrace him and encourage him in that moment, that is going to totally change the experience of him climaxing with you. Okay, so don't be afraid to lean in and welcome it and meet him in that primal moment, and just see how much he absolutely loves it. Now, this ninth one might seem a little surprising, but it is so important. And it's actually what you do after sex. So after the pinnacle moment where y'all climax and you've shared that incredible experience, what do you do right after that? Do you roll over, grab your phone, start talking about the laundry list of all the things you have to do for the rest of the day? Or do you just press your body up against him, put your head on his chest, listen to his heartbeat, breathe with him, right? Just stay with him in that moment. When you give yourself permission to just be present with him in the incredible afterglow of sex, it makes the experience feel much more like connection than simply a release, which increases the meaning and the intimacy of the experience for a man. Because whether men say it or not, we are deeply desiring and craving emotional intimacy. And sometimes one of the most powerful ways that we can experience that is actually through sex. So give yourself permission to just sit in the beauty and to bask in the afterglow of sex with the man that you've just connected with, and see how much he appreciates it. And you two could create some really unforgettable memories together in that beautiful moment. And now it's time for that bonus tip that is going to deepen so much your physical experience with the man that you are with. And that is how you handle awkward moments. Because we all know real sex is not some perfectly scripted fairy tale, right? Sometimes his hamstring is going to spasm out and he's going to seize up and he's going to have to get off you for a second. Sometimes like a knee is going to pop, or a position isn't going to work or feel great, or he might, lose his erection for a minute and have to take a breather because he gets out of breath. All sorts of different things can happen during sex. And my question to you is, how do you respond to that? Because here's the thing, if you take it personally, if you shut down, if you get upset, if you get frustrated or angry with him, that is going to absolutely undermine any sense of safety that he has in the connection. It can be really harmful to the overall level of intimacy that the two of you are sharing, not just in that moment, but moving forward as well. Or do you laugh it off? Do you just let him know that you're just happy to be there with him? Do you give him a minute to catch his breath and then reinitiate things, or invite him to start fooling around with you again, right? If you just treat it like that wasn't so serious, that wasn't such a big deal, you give things a second to sort of chill out, and then you come back and you let him know you're not taking any of it personally, because at the end of the day, this is all just play, right? That is going to establish so much safety and so much trust between the two of you that it's really going to help deepen your physical connection and also your emotional connection with this man. So that is this bonus tip that I think is one of the most important things you can do. Respond to awkward moments with lightness, with confidence, and with just more joy and attraction. And he's going to feel super safe with you, and it's going to really make the sex you're having, not just in that moment, but moving forward, so much better. So there you go, ladies. 9 things men notice during sex that women usually have no idea that we're picking up on. And remember, sex is not just a physical act. It is emotional. It is energetic. And oftentimes it is spiritual, especially when you're doing it right. So as long as you bring sincerity, authenticity, presence, and passion into the bedroom, you're going to have an incredibly better experience both for you and your partner. So try these out. Let me know in the comments which ones are really working for you, and be sure to click that link up at the top of this video and down in the comments to have better relationships with men and everyone else in your life. Mastery of Connection, my free 3-week course, starts in less than a week on February 23rd, and we're going to be helping you understand and change all your patterns in your relationships with men and help you step into deeper, more powerful polarity and passion with the men in your life. So I hope to see you there. It's going to be so much fun. And again, it is absolutely free. And be sure to stay tuned for this next video where I'm going to be sharing 9 steamy touches that make a man melt instantly. These are such powerful moves that are going to make a huge difference in your connections with men. So get out there, have fun with these, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye. We're going to be pulling back the sheets, pun very intended, on 9 sexy, sensual ways that you can touch a man both in or out of the bedroom that are going to absolutely blow his mind and be 100%